Hey everyone, down here from the Turbo concept going to review for anything about it. So we're today's video that we're going to be continue to preview or review any kinds of comics, but instead of Spanish, not for pre-Spanish like this thing at any times for just as well. In the last video in Comic Studio that I just already reviewed Spanish hot comics, we just meant to got here for just probably we're gonna be browsing for just one time, and let's see that we're going to do this out. But right now we're going to be reviewing before Spanish comics comes from, as we try to get into the oldest as well. So we just discovered something pretty notorious, or something cute isn't gonna be tried to do anyway. So let's go to Spanish and go for just literally try to do so. But first, we have already reviewed the Spanish comics, so looks like I just clicking about for those two. Let's go to the oldest and let's search around for there for the pretty first time. And there is absolutely going to be doing this for recently tried to do this. But first, let's go for around for just pretty like these things, as we're going to be reacting for just a little bit or reviewing first as well. So we have for any things that the title says, let's see, Cucuron Fueron Estatudas. It was probably no comments whatsoever. And why everything is meters? Because it was genuinely metric. So it has 1 kilometers, meters, 30 meters, or probably 109 kilometers. It's absolutely pretty far to do this. So the 4 tags could be Scorpion was the top of the line, Wind Archer was in second, the third place could be Alchemist Cookie, and Cream Cookie could be last but not least 4 meters. So here is her parents was Lindsay and Creme Brulee. The description says, Alas Lindsay Creme Brulee living on una haya. Another description was probably nothing around here. So the title says, Es raro with those face a little bit. It has 1 comment that's shared on April 10, 2024, which is winning the war. And it says, Sir, nida tanene todos tienen ese hetanimon yakwe si person. So yo únicamente choc si parece de mandastaña el linsa vea creme brûlée. Hasta la televisión es aija. Si why si los shipio, what is absolutely pretty going to be turned into something like a DNA turns into some sort of a mix of those things, whatever we probably to do so. And looks like that's her mother and her father anyway. So we're probably sure we're gonna be reviewing the comics for this first time, because not instead of this that I just actually gonna get rid of this. So looks like we have multiple of comics full of like those things as well, and many of those things who just said actually Spanish. Here we go for its really first time. So this time is mellow Swedish trash, and the description says it's probably not interested about for just who able to speaks like Chinese. He dies like turns color and says for actually Chinese. It's absolutely not pretty funny or not interested. It has 3 comments for about for we what actually try to say around here. The next one is Cherry the Wife Blossom was actually might becoming a mother. She was too young. And the description says just Cherry Blossom with vampire might gonna be creating some new babies like these things. No comments, and you can see for this sweet just friends. But turns out they might gonna be marriage or what absolutely gonna be doing for married life. 3 clips already that who actually tried to say this. And she says, Vampire, why you didn't feel Blossom Roots, Sherry Wolf's pet? Because I don't want to. Said those both two as well, that Cherry Blossom said, and another one. And she said, oh really? Of course, Cherry Blossom, she said. Hey, Alchemist, I'm here to ask your permission to send Vampire to the school. That she said. Oh, my flipping Cherry Blossom. It's not gonna be going for really like this thing. So, next comic. This is perhaps like this has gone for a little bit sexual for this one here. And these lovely cookies, probably some sort of. I cannot able to scroll in or whatever. We try to just leave me a like and subscribe and click the bell, or maybe this is the subscriptions. This is just an Oxcannon chip cookie. Cherry Wolf cookie and a Water Lily are those OC sexuals, are like those pre-sexual things, whatever, like the Grand Theft Auto series that we come to here. So we got actually 6 clips that we're gonna be viewing. So here we go. Hey Crunchy, wanna go for raising ice cream? That she said. You're distracting me. That Crunchy Chip Cookie says, what are you doing? Said for a chessberry or nothing that I'm not gonna be pretty sure. Just watching the Prince Pure Vanilla and to do some lying, that Crunchy Chip says. Just them to talking with like their friends. That nothing that pretty she said or pastry cookie said for round for those a gingerbread woman's a lot of them. Oh yes, well, we need to tell her something, said Wildberry Cookie. This is absolutely for his real name. It's Wildberry, means like this, Gordon M. Head. Oh, just keep quiet about this. Don't tell her about this. And it won't be gonna be pretty, actually awful as well, said Crunchy Chip. Hey, our friend says you're pretty, said Wildberry. Really? That she said, Water Lily Cookie. Wildberry, Cherry Wolf, I told you to keep quietly, said Ragely, as possibly Crunchy Chip. He looks handsome, said Water Lily. But this comic has no comments whatsoever, even for the previous one that I just reviewed for this one, because I just completely truffle pretzel canon. And it was actually the same as the description shared on May 28, 2022, May 27, 28 as well. Let's go into review for another one. And this is gonna be likely longer enough, or probably to do this. The description says the ruler of everything, or whatever we try to do this as the title. Looks like we got multiple of comic clips, as we're gonna be ready to talk for this out. Do you like that how I walk? The Fire Spirit Cookie says he was the gingerbread, the big man. What it absolutely says. Do you like how I talk? Do you like how I'm feeling for his face? Don't try to do this into talk as well. I have a wonderful wife. This is one thing, whatever it is. This is actually probably glitch. I have a powerful job. This is my non-job. I'm jobless for now because of failed schoolings during pandemic. She's criticized for me for being egocentric. Woohoo! You practice into your mannerisms into the wall. If this mirror was clearer, I'll be standing so tall if I have to. I saw you sober over the clovers on the side of the hill. I was observing the birds circle in for the kill. That is actually for the final clip that he says he turns into a fire spirit god cookie, and it's absolutely yes it is. Another one was actually going to be trying to do this, but first was raspberry cream. It wasn't like this thing. This is the male version of raspberry cream, or this is raspberry. Raspberry was actually actual thing as well. So what can I do for your little cousin? She said, and he must be actually said, or she is shutting her mouth, I guess. And that was causing her angry. That was pretty not interested as well. And we're gonna be look on to the final one. We're doing this for really right now. This is actually that I cannot believe that absolutely tried says. This is really just the first. I like these things for pretty the Spanish, our very first Spanish comic what I ever seen around here. It got no comments for this here. In this comic, it had one comment from over here, shared by her canon for the August 5th. So, I'm not pretty sure that May 29, all the way to May 5th, shared at May 29, and we're going to be reviewing for this for the all Spanish, like there says. Let's copy image, and we're going to be reviewing inside of Paint 3D, because that wasn't going to be probably suitable like this thing as well. So, starting all the way to the top, at the first clip that who actually says. It says, I'm not pretty sure this isn't gonna be going all the way up here. So here's the as Crab Sonashi says, Miare, si cuando hindo el medio marcha alfa. And that the Crab Sonashi says. And another is Mochare, the marcha no tienes nada. Another one says, Perdibles, admitió pues tuvimos algo hermosos UW. Estas complementarmente. Estas complementarmente. Mozzarella no me habías así en frente de tu religión. What is going on? Hola, mommy. Yikes. This is a little bit so small. No me chingues. Claro, ahora no reconoces a tu propio heyo. It was another one thing as well. And next one, okay, if you sufficiently voy maricule a la policia. Which means of the police. I'm probably not sure. No, ya no es necesario. Ya entendió. Vamos, yo tu mamá anda de apariencia. Adios, mommy. I think this isn't gonna be probably to do so. And this is actually the last clip that we just eventually saw. And we just completely getting rid of this thing as well. So, that's it for now. And we'll never think this isn't gonna be probably just good, like I guess. So, if you enjoy for his very first Spanish comic that I just pretty able to saw, just leave me a like and subscribe and click the bell and the previous videos on the past few weeks, months, or years, what we ever try to do this, whatever we to do so. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and this link is going to be in the description of this website below. And I'll be seeing you mini lads all later, and this is going to be Tebo Concept is going to be signing off in the flesh.